Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute Totoro cozy mug. So let's begin. First of all, you're going to be needing some gray yarn and of course a hook. We'll start by making a knot on our hook. Now I'll grab some yarn and pull the yarn through the loop on my hook. I'll be doing this 12 times. So now I have a chain of 12 stitches. You can make a chain of less or more stitches depending on the height of your mug. In my case, I made a chain of 12 stitches because I want my cozy to be shorter than my mug. I'm reinserting my hook back into the last loop and now I'll be doing one more extra stitch. So grab some yarn and pull through the loop on your hook. Now grab some yarn and we will be inserting the hook into the second stitch from the hook. This is the first stitch from the hook and this is the second stitch from the hook. So insert your hook into the second stitch, grab some yarn and pull through the loop. Now you should have 3 loops on your hook. Grab some yarn and pull through 2 loops. Now you should have 2 loops on your hook. Grab some yarn again and pull through both of the loops. We'll be doing the same thing into the next stitch. So grab some yarn, insert your hook into the next stitch, grab some yarn, pull through the loop, grab some yarn, pull through 2, grab some yarn again and pull through 2. So keep doing this in all the stitches across. In the end, you should have done 12 of these stitches. So now we want our cozy to increase in length. So we will be making a chain of 2 stitches. Grab some yarn and pull through the loop and do this once more. So now you have a chain of 2 stitches. Flip your work and this chain of 2 counts as the first stitch of this row. So now we will be making our second stitch. Grab some yarn. This is the chain of 2 stitches. This is the first stitch of the previous row and this is the second stitch of the previous row. We will be stitching into this second stitch. Insert your hook into that loop, grab some yarn, pull through the loop, then grab some yarn, pull through 2 loops, grab some yarn again and pull through 2. This way we made the second stitch of this row. We will do the same thing into the next stitch and all the stitches across. In the end, you should have done 11 stitches, including the chain of 2. As I said before, the chain of 2 counts as the first stitch, so as you can see, a stitch is missing, so we will be making a last stitch into the loop at the end of the previous row. So grab some yarn, insert your hook into that last loop, and make a stitch. Make the chain of 2 at the end of the row, flip your work, and now we will be repeating the same process all over again. Remember to make the missing stitch into the last loop of the previous row at the end of the row. Make the chain of 2 stitches, flip your work, and keep repeating the process until your cozy is long enough to wrap your mug completely. I'll stop increasing in rows once I have the cozy touching the both sides of my mug's handle. After I've done the last stitch of the last row, I'll be making a chain of just 1 stitch this time. Flip your work and now we will be doing a different kind of stitch. Insert your hook into the second stitch from the hook. Grab some yarn, pull through the loop, and grab some yarn and pull through 2 loops. Do this stitch halfway across, so in my case I'll be doing 6 stitches because that is the half of my cozy's height. Once you're in the middle, make a chain of 12 stitches to make the loop for the button. Then insert your hook into the next stitch and make a slip knot. So grab some yarn, pull through the loop, then pull through the loop on your hook. Now stitch into the rest of the stitches left as we did at the beginning of this row. In the last stitch, make a slip knot, cut the yarn off, and pull the yarn up tight. Make sure your button passes through the loop we made. To make Totoro's ears, I'll start by making a knot on my hook. Make a chain of 3 stitches, then insert your hook into the second stitch from the hook. Grab some yarn, pull through the loop, then grab some yarn and pull through too. Stitch again into the same loop. So now we have done 2 stitches, make 2 stitches into the next stitch as well. In the end, you should have done 4 stitches. Now make a chain of 1 stitch and flip your work. Make 1 stitch into each stitches starting from the second stitch from the hook. So in the end of this row, you should have 4 stitches again. Chain 1 and flip your work. Make 1 stitch into the second stitch from the hook. Then make 2 stitches into each of the next 2 stitches. And 1 stitch into the last stitch. In the end, you should have done 6 stitches, chain 1 and flip your work. Make 6 stitches in this row and in the next row as well. In the end, chain 1, flip your work, and now we will be decreasing our stitches from 6 to 4. So make 1 stitch into the second stitch from the hook. Then skip a stitch and stitch into the next stitch. Skip again and stitch into the next stitch. Then make a last stitch, chain 1 and flip your work. Make 4 stitches in this row again. Chain 1, flip your work, and now we will decrease the stitches from 4 to 2. So stitch into the third stitch from the hook. Then skip a stitch and stitch into the last stitch. Chain 1, flip your work, and make 2 stitches again. To finish, flip your work and make a slip knot. Cut the yarn off, and this way we have made an ear. Make 2 of these ears. I used some white and black felt for the eyes and the lips. Time to glue everything up. Use some thread to sew the nose, the lips, and the button. And now you can put this super cute Totoro cozy on your mug and enjoy your hot drink without burning your hand. If you guys love this tutorial, then make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and thanks for watching.